Welcome students once again in our chapter periodic classification of elements. In this chapter today we will discuss the electronic configuration in the groups and electronic configuration in the periods. These two things we have to study today, and according to this, according to the electronic configuration, how the reactivity of every element, whether it is placed on first A, halogens or inert gases or whatever it may be, whatever it may have in the block S PDF, according to the electronic configuration and valence electron, number of valence electron present in it, we can find out its chemical, its reactivity. That means it reacts with other. How spontaneous, how reactive it has been. So in the last chapter we have studied D'Aubigny threads, Meullon's octaves, Mendeleev's periodic table. After that, Henry Moseley's modern periodic table that we have studied here. The basement of all these things are first three scientists are atomic masses. But after that, when we explore the electron, proton, nucleus are there, they became realized that atomic mass is not important one, but atomic number, which indicates the number of protons or number of electrons, is the most important fact, and these are the main parameter which can affect all these chemical reactivity of the element. So in this way we can write down all these elements, 118 elements, according to the increasing order of their atomic numbers. That means number of electrons or number of protons. All these are in sequence 1 to 118. These are not right such like that. We write 1, 2, 3, 4. But these are according to the increasing order of atomic number, means number of proton and number of electron increases in such a way. Okay, so here we have to discuss groups and electronic configuration. So today we have enough space to write down what is meant by electronic configuration. Okay, electronic configuration the word electronic configuration is the distribution of electron is there. We already know that the element is represented as such like that. Okay, the elements is represented by such like that, where X is the element. Symbol. Element symbol. X is the element symbol. Okay. X is the element symbol. A. Atomic mass. And Z. Atomic number. These we all studied in the previous chapter in the 9th standard. Okay. In this way, on the top we can write the atomic mass, and its bottom we can write atomic number. And according to this Z, that is number of protons and number of electrons, we can write down all these elements, 118 elements, according to the increasing order of their atomic number. In this way, we have to discuss. So, electronic distribution is such like that. So we have to take such example. Before writing, or before explaining those things that in groups how the electronic configuration is taking place, and in periods how the electronic configuration is taking place. Why these two topics have more importance? Because electronic configuration of an element decides whether these elements are taking part in a chemical reaction or not. How reactive it has been. So just we take one example. Just one example for it. We take an oxygen. We know that the oxygen having the symbol O. Okay. Its atomic number is 8, the atomic mass number is 16. Okay, so number of these are proton number as well as electron number, and this is neutron plus electron or a proton number. Okay, so its electronic configuration of a oxygen is in first shell it is 2 and remaining one is 6, 2 6. Okay, we have already studied those things, but I just recalling once again how it has been writing. Okay, how to write those things, how to distribute, how to classify these electrons in different shells. Okay, so electronic configuration is a concept that according to their elements atomic number they have been distributed in different shells. First shell is fulfilled, after that we have to write down in the next shell how many electrons is remaining. Okay, in the next shells how many electrons it has been remaining. So in this way you can write down. So we have to start the electronic configuration in the groups. You know that in modern periodic table how many groups it has been? 18 groups are there. 18 groups. Group means vertical lines. 18 vertical lines are there in this way. Okay, 18 lines. In every line is a single group. Every line has a single group. Just we taken the first group. Okay, we are taking the example in first group. How many? We have seen that in first group we have seen hydrogen is there. We are taking example of first 4 elements only because there are a lot of elements are there. We taking for how trend goes. For that we taking the example of only 4 elements. Hydrogen is there. Its atomic number is 1. So electronic configuration is 1. After that we have lithium. Atomic number is 3. Its electronic configuration is 2 1. After that we have sodium. Okay, sodium atomic number is 11 and its electronic configuration distribution of the electron is 281. Okay, after that potassium is there. Its atomic number is 19 and its electronic configuration is 2881. Okay, so we have to write down its electronic configuration in a group, in a first group. We will discuss, there are 18 groups are there, but we will not discuss all these 18 groups and how the electronic configuration of all elements regarding with every group, that 1 2 3 4. We taking a specific group. First group, second group. First group is alkali metals, second one is alkali earth metals. Then there is 17th group, that is halogens. In this way we will take those things for example. Okay, so what you have to see? We have to see here hydrogen in the first atomic number is 1, its electronic configuration is 1. That means in his last orbit or his first orbit, that is the last one. First orbit is the last one. That's why there is valence electrons. Valence electron is 1. That is valence electrons. That is 1 electron in hydrogen. In its last shell, that is outermost shell, the valence electron is 1. In lithium, what you have to see? Its electronic configuration is 2 1. Okay. In the last orbit, initial or outermost shell, the number of electron is 1. Here in for sodium, its electronic configuration is 281. Okay, 281. That is in its last orbit, which is valence orbit, a valence electron is 1. And for a potassium, which having atomic number is 19, its electronic distribution, that electronic configuration, the distribution of electron is such like that 2881. 881. That means we can see here one electron, one electron, one electron, one electrons. In the last orbit, last shell. In last shell, we can see one electron in each. For every element in a single group, valence electron in every element shell is 1. That is a peculiarity. That is the peculiarity of an electronic configuration taking place in a group. Let's take another example. Instead of first group, we are taking a second group. How it is proceed? Okay, in a second group, let's see in our page number 23, modern periodic table. We are taking alkali earth metal, that is second group, that is vertical column. In that group, we are taking beryllium, magnesium, and calcium. Beryllium, magnesium, and calcium. Okay, beryllium, atomic number 4, electronic configuration is 2,2. Magnesium, 2,8,2. Magnesium having atomic number 12, that means electronic distribution is 2,8,2. And calcium is 20. Okay, its electronic configuration is such like that. We are taking the example, only 3 example of a second group. Okay, in second group, what you have to see, for every element which are enclosed in a second group, by increasing order we can from top to bottom we can write down its atomic number is there, its electronic configuration is there, distribution of electron is there. After distribution of electron, we can analyze that. By according to this data, we can see that we can easily find out that in the last orbit or outermost shell, that is valence shell, the number of electron is 2. That is its peculiarity. In a modern periodic table, we can find that in every group, the number of elements, how many number of elements are there in its electronic configuration, we can easily see that in its last valence shells, the number of electrons, that is valence electron, is the same. Same number of valence electron we can find out in a same group. Okay, so we have to take another example, that is halogens. Okay, let's see in our notebook, halogens having a group number, group 17, that is halogens. Okay, we're taking 2 examples only. Here we're taking 2 examples, that is fluorine and chlorine. Okay, fluorine having atomic number is 9, that is its electronic configuration is 2,7. Okay, 2 and 7. First, in first shell, number of electron is 2, and second one is 7. After that, chlorine atomic number is 17, that is 2 at 7. Same thing is happened there. We are taking the atomic number, we have to write down the atomic number of these elements of a group 17, that is of a halogens, which is specified by the halogens. Okay, in that 17th group, these halogens elements are there. Its electronic distribution, its electronic configuration is like that: 2,7, 2,8,7, 2,8,7, 2,8,7, 2,8,8,7. In this way, in the last orbit, we can see that in the last orbit, the number of electrons present in its last shell or outermost orbit or valence orbit is same, and that is the peculiarity. That is a specific thing we can find out in the modern periodic table. In every group, for every element, we can see when we distribute these electrons. If we find out the electronic configuration of these elements, we can find out the electronic configuration of these elements the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit are same. Outermost orbit are same. So in this way, these are the peculiar, that is a peculiar property we can see in every group. The number of electron in the outermost shell are same. Okay, only what I have to find out from top to bottom. From top to bottom, going from top to bottom, there are addition of shells are there. There are addition of shells are there. That means in first period only one shell is there. After that, that is of a helium. Okay. First group only we have to take an as a first group. That after that lithium is there. Okay. 2,1 is there. Okay. After that sodium is there. 2,8,1 is there. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the number of shells. Here shell number is 1. For lithium 2 shells are there. For sodium 2,8,1. So number of shells increases from top to bottom in a group, that is increases from top to bottom when we goes downwards. Okay, after that we will discuss periods and electronic configurations. How electronic configuration is taking place in the period. While you are studying those things, how electronic configuration is a specific point we have studied for groups and periods, because according to the electronic configuration, the valence number of valence electrons we can find out, and according to this, their properties, most important thing is that its properties can be determined. So we will start from a second period, because first period only hydrogen and helium is there. Okay, hydrogen and helium is there. In first period, hydrogen atomic number is 1, helium atomic number is 2, that is 2, 1, 2. Okay. After that, in second period, okay. In second period, what you have to see? In second period, 8 elements are there. In the second period, we are starting from lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. So we have to write down what lithium is there. Okay, lithium, that's its electronic configuration is 2,1, atomic number is 3. After that lithium, beryllium is there, atomic number is 4, 2,2. After that boron is there, atomic number is 5, 2, 3. Okay. After boron, atomic number is 6, that is carbon is there. Its electronic configuration is 2, 4. After carbon, nitrogen is there. Okay, nitrogen is there. Atomic number is 7, nitrogen, 2, 5. After that, oxygen is there. Atomic number 8, 2, 6. After that, what we have to find out? We have to find out fluorine and neon. Fluorine, that is 2, 7, that is atomic number is 9, and neon, that is atomic number 10, that is 2, 8. Okay, from left to right, that is atomic number starting from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Horizontally, in a period horizontally, we can see that its atomic number is increases by 1. Okay, its atomic number increases by 1. That is, number of electron in its outermost shell increases by 1. Here we can easily see that In lithium, outermost electron is 1. Beryllium, outermost electron just increases by 1, that is 2. Boron, it is 3. Carbon, it is 4. Nitrogen 5. Oxygen 6. Fluorine 7. And neon is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just increases by 1 from left to right. From left to right. In a single period, the number of electrons is increases in its outermost shells from increases by 1 electron, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 8. Okay, to complete this octet. So you can easily find out that the valence number of valence electrons in a period just increases by 1, and that is its peculiarity. There is a change in the valence electron in every element in the period from left to right. We have already seen in the first period. Second period, we have taken another example. In a third period, what happens? In a third period, what happens? We have to see. In a third period, I cannot write down all these things horizontally. I just write down vertically, and after it we can compare it. So first one is sodium. Okay, 11. Magnesium, that is 12. After that, aluminum, 13. After silicon, 14. Okay, 15. Phosphorus, 16. Sulfur, 17. Chlorine, and 18. Argon. Okay, we just write down the symbol of every element, its atomic number. So we have to find out its electronic configuration. Its electronic configuration 281, 28, 10 plus 1 is 11, 282, 283, 284. Okay, we just see in its sequence the valence number of electrons is increases by 1 in a period. In a third period, 285, 286, 287, and 288. So we have write down the electronic configuration of a third period from left to right. It is extreme left and it is extreme right. So first shell, 2 electrons in every element. Okay. After that, in second shell, 8 electrons, and in third shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 electrons are there. So that there is a peculiarity that from left to right, in a same period, the number of electrons increases by its value 1. Okay. In fourth period, in potassium and calcium. Let's see, potassium having electronic number is 19. Okay, and calcium that is 20. That's the electronic configuration of potassium 19 is 2881. Okay, and next to it is a calcium, that 20 atomic number 2882. Okay, 1, 2. So in this way we can find out that in a single period, same period, the number of valence electrons are increases by its previous element by 1. Here is 1, here is 2, here is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So what we have to analyze? We have to analyze that in a period, for a same period, there are same number of shells are there which occupy these electrons. After occupy these, in a next period we can see the next shell. In first period, only one shell is there. In first period, hydrogen and helium, only one shell is there. Okay. After that is 2, that is duplet. After that, in a second period, which is starting from I think lithium. It is from a lithium to a neon. It is second shell. In a second period, second shell is there. Second shell means two shells are used. First for its duplet, 2 electrons, and after that 3. That means 2 1, 2 2, 2 3. That is for a second period 2 shells are required. For third period there are 3 shells are required. For a fourth period there are 4 shells are required. For a same period, one shell is completely filled. And for a next period, another shell which is added to it, and these are added in it, and the next shell is filled. In this way, that is a peculiarity we can easily see in that things. Okay. So we have seen the groups and electronic configuration, the period and its electronic configuration. Okay. In modern periodic table, first shell, that is K shell, second shell, that is L shell, third shell, that is M shell. In this way, K, L, M, that is first period, second period, and third period, and this goes proceed. Okay. So in this way, we have to find out. In this way, the shells are filled, new shells are created, new shells are required for every periods. Okay. So we just find out how many electrons have accommodated in every shells. We have already studied in the 9th standard that here is shell, that is K, L, M. Okay. After that, N, 2n square, and electron capacity. K shell, one electron, first shell, second shell, third shell. Okay. N, here is the maximum number of electron present in that shell, that is 2n square, that is 2 into 1 square, 2 into 1, 2. Okay. 2 into 1, 2. Okay. 1 square, 2 into 2 square, 2 into 3 square, that is 2, 4 into 2, 8, 9 into 2, 18. So every shell, K shell maximum capacity is 2, L shell maximum capacity of 8, M shell maximum capacity of 18. But we have write down the electronic configuration that, not write that 2, 8, 18 in this way, but 2, 8, 8, 18 something like that, because it is a law of octet. To fulfill, there is some electronic configuration on another way. We will discuss those things in the next standard, that is 11th standard, how we will describe the electronic configuration of every element is written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, okay, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. These things we can easily see on internet, on 11th standard book in chemistry. And another, that means 2 electrons, 8 electrons, that is 18 electrons, In this way we can write down the electronic configuration, that the subshells are there. We cannot write 2, 8, 18 in this way. We can write them 2, 8, 8, in this way, 2, 8, 8, 18 in this way. So the reactivity of element determined by the number of valence electron present in that element's outermost shell. How many number of electrons present in that shell? Whether it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 is the most reactive. Second, 2 electrons, yes, it is reactive. Third, less reactive. 4, it is metalloids. It becomes a metalloids. We will discuss those things in the metallic and non-metallic properties. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8 means it is fulfilled outermost shell. There is no required. Though chemical he not react to another elements because its outermost outer valence shell is already fulfilled. So that in this way this study goes, and here we can easily see the shell number, shell name, shell number by using the formula. Electronic capacity is there. Electronic, that is it's how many electrons is accumulated in that particular shell. So information of these points obtained by the position of the elements in a periodic table, and that is the modern periodic table is proved that it is very useful to study those elements. These information which is already aligned, these elements are aligned in particular groups and particular periods. We can easily find out from its electronic configuration how reactive it has been. It is less reactive or not reactive, or it is in between it. Okay, so in this way we will study how the electronic configuration is play a very important role in the reactivity of element according to its group. How in a group there are 18 groups, and according to this 18 groups, how its reactivity changes in a periods, in a horizontal lines. And horizontal lines are there. How electronic configuration changes, how electron increases, and how many shells we have to occupy, which is required to fulfill these electrons. So I just stop here, and in the next chapter we will see the periodic trends in the modern periodic table.